How many times has another car changed lanes in front of you without warning? I know that during my drive to campus, it's a daily occurrence. California has a reputation for bad drivers, and it shows. The SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, determined a decade ago that Americans don't use signals when changing lanes nearly 50% of the time. This is alarming because as a driver, you need to pay attention to other cars for your safety and for theirs. In 2020, there were 3,259 car accidents that resulted in the death of a driver. This was the second highest in the country, only followed by Texas. In the end, I'd like you to ask yourselves one question. Am I part of the problem? Am I cutting off a family of four?
Well done. Brandon, are you next?
Oh, yeah. Okay. How many of you guys have goals for yourselves? Because for me, I have many goals for myself, and I'm going to talk to you guys about why goals are good for you guys. So, goals, I've noticed that goals are really good for us to develop our discipline and to help us get that motivation to continue striving for our future. When it comes to discipline, we tend to make a lot of mistakes about taking everything for granted and not putting all the work in when we need to. I've noticed that something that I've done is I've tended to be lazy and forget about doing essays and turning in applications and stuff like that for school. And that's a lack of my discipline. So something that I've done for myself is set up those goals to get everything done at an organized time. And with that, I've been able to help myself work faster. And after working faster, I've developed all this knowledge. So when it comes to motivating myself, these goals have helped me want to keep doing more. For example, I've always wanted to go to college since high school. And at first, I wasn't the smartest kid in class. What I've done for myself is set up these small little goals every semester of making sure I had a 4.0 GPA. And after reaching those goals and doing other things, I started becoming a lot better in preparing myself for the future. And my whole point with this speech is to help people set up goals for themselves so that in the future, we all can get our stuff together and work better for ourselves.
Well done. Gio, do you want to go next?
Yep. Yeah, I'll go. All right. Who here has a STEM major? I am. Two. Yep. All right. I feel it's probably one of the hardest majors out there. It comes with many classes you have to take, countless of homework, hours of studying, of material, of what you want to be. And what I want to be when I grow up, and what since I've always wanted, is to be an engineer. I know being an electrical engineer is probably one of the hardest engineerings, and for sure the highest paying, one of the highest paying. But I know in my journey and my dedication through schools and studies, I know I could reach that goal and reach that pinnacle of becoming a first generation electrical engineer student from Pittsburgh. And where I grow up, not a lot of people even go to college or even think about college. And it comes with its struggles because hanging around a lot of people and a lot of people who do not look at school as an option, it could get overbearing. And it could get like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should be working full time and not we're focused on my studies. But I know when I grow up and when I do keep going after this bachelor degree, I'm gonna show these people that they should have never doubted me and they should have never told my parents that I wasn't gonna be anything. So when I grow up, I'm gonna be an electrical engineer who brought my family to success with me. And that's my speech.
Well done. And now it's my turn. All right. When it comes to cleaning your fish tank, a siphon is your best friend. Today, I'll be discussing what a siphon is and steps you need to take when siphoning a fish tank. You're probably asking, what the heck is a siphon? Well, a siphon is a tube that carries water and waste from the tank up and then down. What's really nice about a siphon and why I say it's your best friend when cleaning a fish tank is the flow continues on its own once the water has been sucked into the tube, giving you less work to do. Now that you know what a siphon is, let's get into how to use the siphon to clean a fish tank. For starters, you need some type of bucket, specifically a bucket that's big enough to hold the amount of water you will be siphoning out. Second, you'll need a siphon. I prefer a siphon that has an attached pump over the ones that do not, simply because it's less work on your end. Now, if you are using a siphon that has a pump, all you need to do is take one end of the siphon and place it into the bucket. Then you want to grab the opposite end of the siphon and place it into the tank. Next, all you need to do is squeeze the pump until the water begins flowing into the bucket. Once you get the water flowing, you have created enough suction to begin cleaning your tank. Lastly, all you have to do is begin suctioning your gravel and clean the waste from your tank, then fill your tank back up with clean water to replace the water you have siphoned out, and you're done. If you have a fish, I hope I've made your life a little easier now that you know what a siphon is and how to use it.